Mizuki's gender has been a debate going on for a very long time in the Project 𝗧𝗀𝗃 community, and what I mean by very long time is I'm 2 years late. Despite what a lot of people seem to believe, her gender has never actually been confirmed. It has been implied, yes, but it hasn't been confirmed. Her gender is unconfirmed until now, and it will probably be forever, to be honest. The most popular headcanon, and what I also think is implied, is that she's a trans woman. Then we have another popular one where they are non-binary, and there's a more unpopular one that has been thought a lot by the community, that he's a guy. I do not believe Mizuki to be a guy. It doesn't make sense with the backstory for them to be a cross-dresser, but that's my opinion. I personally think she's a trans woman who goes by 𝗧𝗶𝗺𝗧𝗸𝗲. The 𝗧𝗶𝗺𝗧 for no particular reason, to be honest. I just like it a lot, especially because she does struggle with their gender still, even though they are trans, so yeah. I personally see her as going by 𝗧𝗶𝗺𝗧𝗑𝗃. Again, the trans thing is not canon, it is just highly implied, and I mean highly implied, and I'll get to the reasons later. First thing is obviously that she is called she/her in the game, although it's originally Japanese, and Japanese pronouns are gender neutral no matter what pronouns. Then there's also the thing with her wanting to dress cute because her sister sews clothes, and she asked her sister whether she should stop because she was getting made fun of and bullied for it, but her sister told her it doesn't matter, which best fictional sister award here. Not best big sister, because I am the best big sister in the entire world. After doing a bunch of research, I do wanna say there are better analysis on why she could be trans. This is not an analysis of why she could be trans, that's why I'm going to shorten it. This is on what she could be, my personal take on it, what I think, and going through every point of the community. So if you want an analysis on why she's specifically trans, there are some YouTube channels I can recommend. 𝗧𝗶𝗺𝗧𝗸𝗃 made a video on it, for example, and 𝗔𝗽𝗽𝗀 made a video on it. He has the song Villain, which is made to be a song about being trans. I am very sure I have read the lyrics, which he does sing with 𝗏𝗡𝗡, which I'm pretty sure is because they just wanted a second singer, and 𝗏𝗡𝗡 struggles with identity too. I do not think 𝗏𝗡𝗡 is trans. Then we have 𝐼𝑑�smile or 𝐼𝑑_smile. It says, "Hey, since when have I been unable to overcome this minority?" Which a lot of people have theorized that minority means trans people. In Mizuki's room, and I wear this ribbon, her mirror is covered in her old room. In 𝗧𝗃𝗺𝗧𝗃 Sad Girl, there is a line where it says, "If you're a bigot, just study." This can mean a lot of things, but I have seen it be interpreted as people who aren't trans should find out about what being trans is, but that's very far-fetched in my opinion. It makes sense, certainly, but it's, yeah, you can interpret that line as a lot of things. I still want to mention it because I find it very interesting. Then there is the cards, which a lot of people have noticed that the color of the trans flag is in a lot of them, but if you're gonna take the colors, then you can also color pick from other cards, and say, just take a flag and say this is canon. While it may be intentional by the artists, we cannot say for sure. You cannot take it as like a 100% confirmation. She's also often seen in the cards and represented by the very beautiful insects, butterflies, which are seen as a sign of transformation. Not particularly trans people, but as a sign of transformation in general, due to the fact that they change from a caterpillar to a butterfly. You know the process of a butterfly, of how they become a butterfly. One of the reasons people interpret them as non-binary is because of a line where Anna says Mizuki is Mizuki, basically saying no matter who she is or what she identifies with, she's Mizuki, her best friend. Also, in a lot of area conversation, they've changed in the translation to using they them pronouns for Mizuki. This could just be them not wanting to assume Mizuki's gender, because again, Japanese pronouns aren't really, like, don't really show gender, they're pretty gender neutral, so they can't be 100% sure of whether she's trans or not. Even the translators can't be sure, so they just use they them to not assume anything. I've stated this before in the video, I personally do not think Mizuki to be a cross-dresser, but we will still go over the reason why people believe it to make a fair analysis, because seeing both sides of a debate is very important, even if you do not 100% agree with it. Do not attack each other in the comments if there are a lot of comments. I'm not thinking there are gonna be a lot of comments because I'm a small channel, but still, in case there are, please do not attack each other, argue respectfully. So there's the fact Mizuki likes feminine clothing. This has been stated as canon. This is not just an assumption, this is part of the story. Also, the ambiguity of their gender. This is most of the time interpreted as coding of being queer. I myself interpreted it as that, but some people interpret it as her being not queer. A lot of cross-dressers seem to relate to the story a lot too. This could also be a reason, but also trans people relate to her story a lot. So my final personal thoughts are that she is probably a trans woman. Maybe not 100%, maybe she's gender flux or something. There's certainly a theme of identity and gender in her story, that much is clear, but as long as it's not confirmed I can't say anything for certain.